The day the ocean turned silent. The pool was calm. The crowd was smiling. The music had just faded. And then, everything stopped. On February 24th, 2010, in front of hundreds of visitors at SeaWorld Orlando, a 12,000-pound killer whale reached out of the water, grabbed his trainer by the hair, and pulled her under. Her name was Dawn Brancheau. She would not come back alive. This was not a sudden accident. It was the final moment of a story that had been building for 27 years. A story of intelligence, captivity, and instincts that never disappear. Part 2. Who really is the orca? The orca is not a whale. It is the largest member of the dolphin family. Facts that matter. Brain weight, up to 15 pounds, second largest on Earth. Lifespan in the wild. O, females, up to 90 years. O, males, 50 to 60 years. Daily travel distance, up to 100 miles. Social structure, lifelong family pods. Orcas learn hunting techniques from their parents. They pass down dialects. They mourn their dead. And here is the most important fact. There has never been a confirmed fatal orca attack on a human in the wild. Not once. So why did one kill in captivity? Part 3. The capture. 1983, Iceland. In November 1983, off the coast of Iceland, a pod of orcas was surrounded. Boats closed in. Nets tightened. Helicopters hovered above. Young whales screamed as they were separated from their mothers. One calf was taken. He was approximately 2 years old. His name became Tilikum, meaning friend in Chinook jargon. He would never see his family again. Part 4. Captivity begins. Tilikum was sold to Sealand of the Pacific in Canada. The tank size? 26 feet deep, barely longer than Tilikum himself. He was housed with 2 dominant female orcas. They attacked him. Tooth rakes, food denial, constant harassment. At night, all 3 orcas were locked inside a steel holding module, barely larger than their bodies. Trainers later testified, Tilikum floated motionless for hours. He had nowhere to go. This is where stress became permanent. Part 5. First death. Kelty Byrne, 1991. In February 1991, trainer Kelty Byrne slipped and fell into the tank. What followed was witnessed by a live audience. The orcas did not bite her. They blocked her escape. Every time she tried to climb out, she was pulled back. After 10 minutes, she drowned. This became the first documented orca-related human death. Tilikum was present. The park shut down soon after. Part 6. SeaWorld buys Tilikum. Instead of retiring him, SeaWorld purchased Tilikum. He was moved to Orlando, Florida. By now, length 22 feet, weight 12,000 pounds. Bite force estimate 19,000 psi. SeaWorld used him for breeding, shows, public interaction. He fathered 21 offspring, more than half of SeaWorld's captive orcas. But his dorsal fin collapsed, a sign of stress, lack of movement, captive circulation issues. In wild male orcas, extremely rare. In captive males, nearly 100%. Part 7. Second death. Daniel Dukes, 1999. In July 1999, a man named Daniel Dukes entered SeaWorld after hours. He was found dead in Tilikum's tank the next morning. SeaWorld called it trespassing. But again, same whale. Another death. Still, nothing changed. Part 8. Dawn Brancheau. Dawn was not inexperienced. She was 40 years old, a trainer with 15 years at SeaWorld, one of the park's top professionals. She believed deeply in trust between animals and trainers. On February 24, 2010, after a live show, Dawn knelt beside the pool. Witnesses say Tilikum suddenly grabbed her ponytail, pulled her into the water. No warning. Part 9. The 30-minute struggle. For over 30 minutes, trainers attempted rescue. They used nets, poles, food distraction, verbal commands. Nothing worked. Medical reports later confirmed drowning, blunt force trauma, severe internal injuries. Dawn never had a chance. Part 10. Why did Tilikum do it? Experts testified under oath, this was not predatory behavior. Orcas don't eat humans. It was described as possessive behavior, stress-induced response, overstimulation. Tilikum lived in a tank 1/10,000th the size of his natural range. Intelligence plus confinement equals instability. Part 11. OSHA investigation. The U.S. government stepped in. OSHA concluded, SeaWorld knowingly exposed trainers to recognized hazards. SeaWorld was fined $75,000. Trainers were permanently banned from entering the water with orcas. This had never happened before. Part 12. Blackfish, 2013. The documentary Blackfish exposed captivity stress, suppressed incidents, trainer testimonies. Impact. SeaWorld stock dropped over 50%. Attendance declined sharply. Sponsors pulled out. Public opinion changed forever. Part 13. The end of orca shows. In 2016, SeaWorld announced, end of orca breeding, end of theatrical shows. No new captive orcas would be born. Too late for Tilikum. Part 14. Tilikum's death. Tilikum died on January 6, 2017. Age, 36 years old. In the wild, he could have lived decades longer. He died from bacterial infection. Alone. Part 15. The real lesson. Tilikum was not evil. Dawn was not careless. This tragedy happened because highly intelligent animals were confined and forced to perform. Instinct does not disappear in captivity. It waits.